house for about 4 years now, which is crazy to think about that it's been that long already, but it is nowhere near where we would want it to be. Basically, all our extra money goes towards other things rather than putting it into our house right now, which sucks. Like, we're saving up for a car for me. My daughter is in daycare and that is expensive, and just little things like that. Eventually she's gonna need a big girl room, but we've slowly worked on this house and there's still a lot that I would love to do. So I wanted to kind of go through the house and show you everything that I would like to do, and then also talk big picture, because we have a great interest rate on this house and we're in this position now where it's like, do we get a bigger house or do we add on? Because right now, you know, in this economy, everything's so expensive. Every house that we would like is so expensive, like triple what we paid for this house. We're in that awkward in between right now where we're not sure what we want. Basically, I just want to show you what I would like to do to this house to make it feel more homey, and then big picture things after that. I am using my wide angle lens, so I hope that it's not too crappy quality. I use my phone now because my quality on my camera was just not it for low lighting and all this stuff, because the one thing about this house is the terrible lighting in here. This room specifically gets the absolute worst lighting because of this. Hate it so much, but it's so much of our storage goes in here. I don't really have a whole lot of storage anywhere else. I don't have a pantry. And if we get rid of this, it would just be those two uppers in the back, and that's not enough. Basically, we're stuck with that, so it does not bring any sort of light in from over there. And then we have a wall on this side for the dining room, so that does not bring any light in. I honestly don't even know which room to start in, so I'm just gonna be in here for a second. But the first thing that I wanna do to this house is replace the flooring. Specifically in the living room, this room absolutely, the bathrooms have this flooring as well, and then the back room. I don't like carpet, never have, especially this carpet, because it's one of those looser piles. It's very loose, catches everything. So much pet hair sits inside of this carpet. I like the color. I'm not a big fan of it, but I like the multicolor to it so that if it's slightly dirty you can't really tell. I just hate it, and I just hate carpet in general. It's so dirty, it's so gross. I don't know if I want to do it in the hallway yet. It'd be kind of pricey, and then you have to get a runner. You don't have to, but it would be nice to get a runner. So I might wait, and then eventually we'll replace the bedroom carpet and maybe the hallway altogether and get a different, lower, tighter fitting pile so everything doesn't hide in it, because I hate it. I can't seem to find all of my floor samples, and I honestly can't remember if the tawny oak is the one that we ended up really liking. I feel like it's not as dark as I remember, so now I'm like, is this the one that we liked or is it a different one? But this is from Lowe's. It's tawny oak. If it's not this one, it's very similar, and it's a different type of tea oak. And this one's broken, and I can't remember if the broken one was the one we liked or not. But if it's not this, it's very, very similar, but it's a darker brown, and I really, really like it, and I feel like it fits in this house to begin with. But yeah, I basically want it all throughout the main spaces. But that is honestly number one on the list, is to get that done. Let's start in the living room where you first enter the house. This is the front door. I would love to paint this door. I kind of have green like throughout the house, so I think that would be fun. I really skipped the millennial gray and just went to the millennial green instead, but I love green. I think it would be really pretty, especially in this room. Part of me wants to paint this room as well and just kind of make it more of an off-white creamy color instead of so stark white, but that's eventual, you know, we'll get there eventually. I love this. We got this from my husband's aunt, and it's so unbelievably cute, and I want to find more things like this and put it throughout the house. I am tripping on my own shoes. I want to find more things like this and give it kind of that grandma core is kind of where I'm going with my decor. I've noticed I don't know, I'm over the mid-century. I felt like that was never really me. This I would like to replace because it's falling apart. Like, this is literally about to fall apart. And I just feel like it's too high. I would like to get a smaller one because they don't even use this part of it. And then get some wall stuff and then maybe put like a little bed up in the corner for them so they can still go up but not have it take up so much real estate in this room. I have paint samples on the door here, so I would like to eventually actually paint the whole thing and be done with it. I'm using my wide angle so you can kind of get the feel, but this room isn't that big as it looks on camera right now. This chair behind me is very cramped in the corner, and it feels more spacious in here now, but it still feels really tight. I basically want to figure out where I want to put a sectional, if I want it against this wall or this wall, and then figure it out from there. And then we put the piano in here and moved my bookshelf over by the TV instead. So I would like to put like some photos up here and make it all cutesy, and maybe like a little shelf kind of similar to the one by the front door. I think that would be really cute over here as well. Eventually I would like to upgrade our coffee table. I've always hated this, I don't know why, and now it's like super worn down. And honestly, in the space, and especially if I do end up getting a console, I would really like either round or square. And we have no air in this home. That's another big thing on the list for eventual, to put in either central air or get those, I forget what they're called, but like the little room ones. And then you do all the ductwork on the outside of the house. And then this ain't working for me either. I don't know what it is. I liked the idea of it, but I think I want to find some sort of old buffet and refinish it. I think that will be something that makes me feel more like this is my home. I don't know why. Can't put my finger on what it is. I feel like the black is too much for me anymore. I used to really like that, and now it feels so cold. I want something that has warmth. I want something that has character to it. I really want to bring character to this house. I do love this bookshelf though, and I would like to find a way that makes it work perfectly because it makes me so happy to look at. Moving into the dining room, we have the coffee bar, and this needs some work for sure. I'm going to be utilizing this wide angle lens a lot in my house because everything's so cramped. So I apologize if it looks goofy or if the quality is shit. This was my grandma's, and so I painted it, kept it in the family, and I really like it, still love it, so I still want to use this. But this is too cramped. There's too much happening here. I need to rework this. This is just a catch-all. I wanted it for like decor, and I thought it would be so cute, and I've never once properly used it for decor. It was supposed to be like a seasonal thing where I could add like Valentine's Day things, add Christmassy things, but I've never figured out how I want to decorate it. So I need to figure that out. I feel like this isn't working anymore. I feel like this is the thing that makes it feel extra cramped. If one of these were missing, I feel like it would be better. So I don't know if I want to raise these up and then hang my mugs here instead, because also that hits and it bothers me to no end. This is not working. I basically tried to make it cute and then didn't know how to style everything. Never finished it. These need a place. These need a place, so they've just been sitting here. That had no place, so I put it there for a video because I thought it was cute. And then my husband made this. He painted this and he loves it, so we need to find a place for this. It's not here. It's not going here. Also, made it look ridiculous with the eyeballs. That needs a place. It just needs restyled. Get rid of this, because this is also bothering me. This is a catch-all for all of our like bills and things to pay. These just get dirty. Instead, I would like to get some sort of like bills and just kind of like a catch-all station there. I think would be really cute, and kind of move it more like here. Moving over to our dining table. I hate the orange. I feel like the orange does not fit in with anything else in our house. But this was from Jordan's grandpa, and then it was passed to his aunt, and then his aunt passed it to us. So I feel like I can't get rid of it. You know, it's my husband's family and he loves it. So what my plan is to refinish it. I feel like I want to sand it all down and then keep the top, the bottom, or like the seat of the chair, and then this part of the chair intact, and then paint the rest to lighten it up. Especially with flooring, I don't want to put a brown stain on this and then I have it disappear into the floor. And I would prefer not to put a rug down just because of the child. It's gonna get messy so fast. Yeah, I think that would be the best thing, is to put like a lighter brown stain and then paint like the underside of this white, and then the legs and everything white, but leave this, because this has a beautiful pattern on it. I really like it. It's like a lion's face. I think that's what they're called. And then there's the lion feet of the actual table as well. It's super pretty. I want to refinish it. I feel like it'll give it new life and make sense in our home. Moving over here, this has always been the sore spot ever since I finalized it. This never worked. I really liked the idea of this, but the actual like execution never worked. We don't drink anymore, so having a bar thing here doesn't work. This is craft stuff that I have no place for. This is access for a young child who is liking to get into everything. And so she likes to pull down all my cards and get them all over the floor. And then this has just never been my favorite ever since we put it up. I don't know why. I liked it for like 2 minutes and then I was like having regrets and I wasn't sure if I made a wrong choice. So the idea I have here instead is to get a hutch. I think a really pretty china hutch would look so nice. A lot of my glassware that has no place right now could go in here. The bottom could be all of the cards. We could hide some of this stuff. I have a record player in the back room that doesn't get used. I feel like it would be really nice here because we do have plugs down here. So I think that would be really cute. And then I could even put like my records over here somewhere. I think that would be great, personally. Get off of my table. Then have a smaller table that we can always make bigger when people are over here, but it's not always gonna be taking up this much room. And then these I painted. I loved them when they were at our old house above our bed, but they've just never made sense here. It was the only spot that they fit, but they don't fit here. I really honestly don't like them. So what I want to do is another gallery wall. I think that would look really pretty here, and then make some of my older pieces make more sense than just having that there. I feel like that with my table has never made sense whatsoever. And then having a china cabinet here, I think as well, will make this table make sense and then make this look more homey and more warm and fun. Moving into my kitchen. My cat likes to pull up all of my paint. She likes to scratch at this and remove the paint, so I'd like to sand this all down and put down better quality paint that can't just be immediately scratched off. They put wood paneling on the back of this and on the back of this one, but we covered up the grooves and it took a very long time, so we did not continue here. So honestly, the real goal is to remove this and put proper backing, because this is also like this texture, nothing sticks to. This is like greasy, and I cleaned it a lot before we put stuff on it. Countertop, hate, absolutely hate. It's actually peeling up in spots and it's orange underneath. And then they must have done something to it where they like put a spray over it and then they like sealed it, but the seal is coming off and it's definitely chipping everywhere, and it was orange underneath this. So either doing another laminate or like the solid surface countertop would be honestly ideal. I think I would love that, but that's also pricey. This kitchen has a lot of storage and a lot of space to it, but it's very awkward and crampy, as you can see from the galley. These are half cabinets. They're not a full length of a cabinet, because you need to be able to see into the room, and if they were this length you would have to literally like bend over. So they don't hold as much as I would like, which sucks. They're only 2 levels, and this one's honestly, there's nothing holding it here, so that's gonna fall eventually, so I'd like to reinforce that. Whoever designed this kitchen did not think about all of this wasted space. It makes me so bad that I can only fit certain appliances in here, and I have all of this wasted space back here that I can't put anything in because a lot of my bigger appliances can't fit through this door. But I have all that room back there and all that room back here. And I wanted to put doors on the other side, but now that is the playroom, so I'm like, do I still put doors on the back and pull everything out of the way? How do you even go about that? Because it's also awkward. And then I also hate that this doesn't have a drawer underneath it like normal ovens that I've seen do. This just has a piece of plywood sitting there that was never finished that has no drawer, so I can't even put like my pans and stuff underneath the oven. That's just wasted space. Basically the main things I would like to do now are find simple things to do, like get a thing and put that up so that's off of my countertop. I have a lot of countertop space, but I only have 2 spots that have plugs, so you can't really like utilize that. And I would like to get rid of our microwave eventually, just because it's in the way for one, either move it into a separate space and find like a pantry area that I could put it in, which I don't have a pantry either, or just get rid of it all together and just utilize the stovetop and our air fryer. And then I'd have all that space to be able to use. Replace the countertop and paint the cabinets are the main things I would love to do in this space. I don't know if I want to go green. Part of me wants to go green because I always do, but I think what I want to do is do like a warm gray, like a grayish, even though it's not really a name, kind of a grayy color, so it doesn't pull white and it doesn't pull gray and it doesn't pull brown. Just kind of a neutrally creamy. And then eventually replace the sink too. That would also be ideal. Also one day replace this tile because I've always hated this type of tile and the coloring, bleh, all of it, hate. I would either like to do beadboard and seal it really well or put up my own tile. I really like the look of like basically subway tile but not offset it, keep it all one level vertical. I think would be really pretty in here as well. I don't know which one I would prefer to do because I really like the idea of the beadboard being sealed. Gives it that like homey feeling and like the cottagey feel, but then also the actual tile would be easier to clean and look very nice. And then cafe curtains I would also really like instead of these that I tried to do but I just hate. Right now this is our pantry. Hate. Literally hate. We didn't have one to begin with. It was all up in our cabinets, which was not ideal. But it's just overwhelming. I just really hate it being open like this. I feel like if I had a cabinet, it would be a lot easier because there's all this wasted space up here too that we could really utilize. Actually having a pantry would be ideal, but we don't have one of those right now. So I think having a cabinet here that has uppers, maybe space so I could put the microwave here and then put plug here would be great too. And then have the bottom. That would be great. This is our family / playroom. Basically I have a lot of cramped areas that really need to be figured out and fleshed out and just a lot of stuff that I don't know where to put. So basically the first thing I would like to do is paint this fireplace. Right now we have the baby gate so that Anya cannot get into where the fireplace is because it heats up and I didn't want her touching it when she was crawling. And then the cat litter box is also in here. And basically, if we decide to have another child, I will keep this here, but if we don't, I'm going to take this down because she has never once touched the other litter boxes that are in the house that don't have non-access to them. And then I can remove that and find a different place to put that cat box. But I would like to paint this fireplace black to hide the cords a little bit better and then put a floating shelf here to be the mantle. I think would be really pretty. And then I can put like stuff on it for Christmas and actually hang our stockings on it would be really pretty. And then one thing that I finally figured out, I put my finger on it, what has been bothering me about these built-ins. They don't look built in. So if you see, they're just floating shelves. There's no piece surrounding it, making it look like it was a whole cabinet slid into the space. It's been bothering me for like 2 years why I've always hated this look, and then one day it clicked. I think I was watching McKenna's videos, Exa McKenna on YouTube. I love her. She did her built-ins where she hung up shelves and then she put a piece of wood framing it in like it's a built-in, and I was like, oh, that's what it is. And I don't know if I want to do similar to what she did where she went for like a gray green or like a blue gray green because I love that, or if I want to go light and just keep it like an off-white color, maybe like match the kitchen. So apparently my phone stopped recording when I sat down and talked about this room, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. But basically this layout is not working. I had this as like a family room before it became a playroom. So I have this chair, this little love seat that my dog ruined with her nails, and then I have this chair that I painted, and it just feels very cramped in here. So I want to get rid of one of them. I'm not sure which one yet, so that this space opens up. So which one I keep will go over there. This is also a mess. Basically, we don't have room in the garage right now for a freezer, even though I want it out of my house very badly. For her actual like toy storage, I really like this layout. I am very happy with how this looks. I want this gone. But to do that, you basically have to rip off the back of the cabinet because these are screwed into the actual cabinet. Might as well put doors on it at that point, so that's a whole other project we'll eventually get to. And then this is just a catch-all, so I would like it to be gone. Here is where I would like a craft cabinet to be, like a shorty, kind of in this space. It has to go underneath the air conditioner, so that's why it has to be shorter. And then this I can either, I've never been a fan of it. My mom brought it over and it was very sweet of her. It holds like Legos and stuff, and I'd like it in the middle of the room, but it doesn't have any chairs. And I wanted like a little table with chairs. So either keep this and then get a table with chairs for the center of the room, or move that into the center of the room. I don't know yet. I don't know how I want to do that. And then we have the laundry room. This is basically just bifold doors, a little cutout in the playroom / family room. What I would like to do in here is actually get rid of this. I don't like any of the shelves they have in any of the closets. They actually really bother me, the height of them, because there's so much space above that's not being utilized. So I would like to get 2 uppers and be able to put stuff in it, and then make like a little shelf that sits in the back here, because I have a top load and I really actually like top loads more because they don't mold. Putting like a shelf over the whole thing isn't an option. But I like having the idea of like a little shelf here that kind of blocks all of this, and then you can like put your stuff like this here. So that's eventual. And then I need to figure out this, because there's like a little bit of space on that side and a little bit of space on this side. That's basically the laundry room, and paint it and make it all cutesy, you know, without having everything be this weird brown color that I hate. This is the hallway. I just filmed all of this and my phone keeps not recording for some reason, and I'm using my back camera to have a better quality because my lighting here is crap. So this is fun. This is the hallway. Basically, I want to replace the flooring in here, and then this is the nursery. So either we're going to keep this as a nursery and have a second child and move Anya into our next bedroom, or eventually when she gets a little bit older, make this her bedroom. But then this is the bathroom. There's a lot I would like to do in here. For one, I want to replace this mirror. I just feel like it doesn't work in here. It bothers me. And then I want to do like a pattern on the back here with paint. I think would be fun, like a sponge pattern. I've played around with it on my iPad a couple of times and I really like it. I just feel like this room is missing something. I don't know if I want to do that only, or if I want to bring that color in throughout the room as well, like maybe put it in the toilet area. I want to maybe paint that. I just feel like white, either decorate it more with decor like up there and stuff in it and make it look cuter, or paint it. I'm not sure which one I want to do yet. And then in this little area, these are just plywood and I really don't like this at all. So I would like to make cute built-in looking shelves. For one, I want to figure out what I want to keep in here, and then get like storage baskets and stuff and put stuff in it and make it look more organized and cute, and get more matching towels eventually, and then put our cat litter box in the back here. I think would be the goal once we officially have a second child, if we do, because we have one in the third room right now, so that needs to go. So I think having it back here would be the best spot in the house for it. And in our bedroom, I'm not going to show you everything just because it's a mess in here and I don't feel like cleaning it, but I want to paint, for one, because it's like a gross green brown that I've always hated since the moment we moved in. They painted the entire house this color and I hate it. It's still in this room, it's still in our third room, and then it's still in the laundry room. But it was literally everywhere. In the bathroom, it was awful. Oh, and our main bath it's also in, which I just want to remove. I hate it. So I would like to either replace the bed and make it a bit more, I don't think a king is gonna fit in here. We have a queen right now and it's a bit tight, so I just feel like a king is gonna be too big for the space, but ideally that would be the goal, is to have a king bed. Upgrade our nightstands, because right now they're just like little ones from Target, so I would like to get big girl nightstands that have drawers a little bit longer, just make it look more substantial in here. I want to replace our dresser. We used to have it over here, but then we moved it under the TV, and some of the drawers are broken and it's just never had good storage to begin with. So I'd like to replace that with a better one and a little bit bigger, and then put like a 3 to 4 drawer over here, and then put my jewelry and stuff on it. We have all of this space over here. I don't know if I want to keep this chair, but I would like to put that there and maybe put the chair over here. Put a corner mirror in the corner over here so I can do photos over there. Because right now it's like in the corner over here and my dresser's in the way and it's just too tight. Oh, this mirror I want to put in the bathroom. We had it above our dresser whenever the dresser was there, but now it just looks awkward next to the bed. So I'd like to remove that. And then we come full circle into the main bath that leads back into the kitchen. Basically, I would just want to paint it, make it look cute, replace this, because I feel like they did this so that they could keep the doors open and still be able to open and close this door. I don't care about that, because I would prefer not to go this way very often, so I would like to get a little bit bigger so I can actually utilize the storage here. And then I would like to get one that goes in the wall instead of sticking out, because I feel like it's so in your face and it's like right next to the thermometer. So I'd like to get like a, whatever this is, a medicine cabinet. It goes in the wall if we can. I'm assuming we can, because the tub is here. This isn't anything. And then we have a little shower over here, and I hate it. We never use it, that's why we always use the other bathroom. And then this tile has pissed me off since the moment we moved in, because they just caulked in between the spots that they didn't feel like actually cutting anything. And then it's this putrid brown with gray. Make that make sense. It's like a silly problem to have, but it just really bothers me. So we've just never done anything in here. So eventually I would like, this is one of the main spaces I would like to upgrade eventually. So now let's talk big dreams. One of the main things I want to do is get rid of that space. Basically on the other side of this wall is the bathtub. So what I would like to do is close this off, get rid of this little space, and put a shower, a walk-in shower for this bathroom right here. So close this off, get rid of this door, because obviously we never use this door, and then make this a corner kitchen. So utilize this wall and utilize this wall and actually get rid of all of that extra, and then put a little island over here as well. I think would be nice. That is the main thing. So I think moving the fridge over there would be the move, and then either putting in a corner pantry where it's basically like takes up the space of a counter, and then you just put a little half door in it, so you open it and it's just a little corner room in the center. So I wouldn't need it that big. I just basically want a pantry that I can put stuff in and shut the door. Or I would move a pantry, like put in a built-in cabinet over here that you open the doors and stuff and it'd be there. That could also be part of it. Off my table. And then next big dream is having that corner, getting rid of this wall. I think opening up from this side to this side and actually utilizing all of this space for a living room and dining room would be amazing. I think that would be honestly game changer for this house. That would make this space feel so much bigger and open while also still having its individual spaces. Honestly, I think it would be the best. Basically, after doing all of that, our next idea would either be to sell the house and make good money off of it because it would sell really well, or add on the space that we would want in the next house that we would be looking for. So rip out this wall and add on to it from here. Put in a playroom over there, basically like this size over there. Make that make sense. Put in an actual laundry room. Put in stairs to a basement over there, and then put on a third bathroom. Like a little half bath over there would be really cute and make it make sense. I think would honestly be the best solution. Then make this the dining room. I think that would really open up that space over there so we could have the island, have a bigger living room, and then put the table here, and then have our built-ins over there. Make that kind of like cutesy, get rid of the TV, we wouldn't need the TV in the dining room, and then have like little half walls here. So either put the pantry next to the new addition so we could like hide the pantry in there, or put it over there in the corner, and then build on, because we have so much space as a backyard. Like we have just over an acre of land, and we have a fenced in backyard that we can rework as well. So we could add on to our house, and that would be so cool. So those are the big world dreams. One day, if we make enough money to save up to be able to do those things, that would be, we would stay here forever then, I feel like. I would like to make our bedroom bigger and actually do something about a closet, but those are eventual too, or we move, you know, that can always be something else. But I think basically just changing the main bath and the corner kitchen instead of this kitchen would instantly uplift this house and just make it feel so much more intentional. But I am done yapping about this house now. I am actually gonna go pick up my daughter. She had a pretty rough week this week. So I'm gonna take her out for some ice cream. I think that'll be really nice, make her feel better just because she's gotten bit at daycare a lot. She fell and hurt her lips. It's been a week. So I'm going to turn on the air because I'm starting to get very hot in this house now. I've had it off so you could hear me. There's been other things running, so hopefully the audio wasn't too awful. Let me know anything in your house that you would like to upgrade or what you like about my house. If you have any suggestions for things in my house, I would love that. If there's anything that you think is working, let me know. I would love to hear that. But I am gonna go. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.